Last summer, I was borderline asexual. I was staying indoors. I watched anime all day, every day. Didn't work out. I lost muscle mass. I was getting fat. I was getting fat. Um, I had no goals. I was not talking to people. I was not striving for anything. And I and then I wonder why. Like, why's my dick not getting hard for girls? Well, like, come on, Beth. You have symptoms of low testosterone. So, you know, after after a few months of thinking about it, of learning and doing shit, um, I finally got to where I'm at today. Better, stronger, look better, getting stronger, and all of that. And more importantly, I have higher levels of testosterone. Okay, so the testosterone optimization protocol. Let's get into it. Who am I? My name is Elijah. I help young men increase their testosterone to above 500 nanograms per deciliter naturally. Okay, we're not taking steroids. We're not doing any any artificial shit. We're doing it naturally. So if you guys want to learn how to do that, subscribe right now. I post content about testosterone specifically, so you guys can learn from it. Duh. Okay, so yeah. Why should you listen to me? Because I've got over 768 nanograms per deciliter of testosterone as of May of this year, 2024. Okay, so there's my little lab results. But you guys need to know that lab results, they only there's two problems with lab results. One, it takes a lot of money if you don't have insurance. Luckily, I do. It usually costs about $100 to $1,000. Right, so it's freaking a lot. And number two, it only takes a picture of the snapshot. It snapshots like a snapshot of time. Like, it's a snapshot of your testosterone levels at that current moment in time. Basically, it only tells you what your testosterone was when they put the needle into your bicep vein, right? And you guys need to know that testosterone fluctuates throughout the day. It goes up, it goes down, and it goes like that. It was like that. So it's not a reliable way, especially if you want to know if certain things are increasing testosterone at that moment in time, or certain things are decreasing your testosterone at that current moment in time. I want to get that fly. But most importantly, I'll be doing this protocol with you. That was a freaking that went off top. That went like because of that freaking fly. Okay, um, yeah. So let's backtrack a little. The lab result is not the best way to get a to track your testosterone. Okay, we'll get into it later. But yeah, so the I'll be doing this protocol with you. So if you guys think that it's not worth it, he's just spitting out of his ass, I'll be doing it with you too, because I want to increase my testosterone too. And it's not just for people who are trying to get 590 grams per deciliter of testosterone. Like, if you have more than that, it still help you increase it more, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's get into it. Before we get into it, become a high T warrior. I also do one-to-one coaching. Okay, so if you guys want to, if you're interested in working with me, hit the link in the description. It's at the cheapest price at the moment. And yeah, so the testosterone optimization protocol consists of two things, just two things, because I like to keep it simple: how to track and what to do. And we'll get into how to track. Before we get into how to track, let's do the importance of testosterone. This is the prerequisite. You guys gotta realize why. Why do we want testosterone in the first place? Well, we want testosterone to feel and act like a masculine man. Because you guys need to realize that testosterone directly correlates. Testosterone influences, your body processes. It influences your, body processes in terms of hair growth and physical masculine features, but also the cognitive function and how you think. Are you less anxious? Are you more competitive? Okay, it'll help you become more ambitious. It'll help you achieve your goals because it wants you to win. That's this testosterone. Testosterone is your hype man, is your supporting character in the body. You want to have high testosterone, okay? And if you will just look at the trend, testosterone levels have been dropping by the generation, like like um we're at the we're at a testosterone low. Like normal levels of testosterone is not to 300 nanograms per deciliter. Like wait, I want to go back to the yeah, right here. This is the range that our testosterone is supposed to be in. This is a completely wide ass range. 250, you're probably depressed. You're probably having asexual, and you're probably not doing anything correctly. 1,100, you're probably the most optimized natural body. You're either the most optimized human being or testosterone person, or you're on steroids. Okay, so this is a complete bad normal range. The normal range should be above 500. If you're above 500, you're Gucci, and that's what I want to get you guys at with my content. Okay, so hand grip strength is dropping. You guys heard the saying that my grandfather could handshake you and he'd break your hand. He'd crush your hand grip. He'd crush anybody's hand grip, handshake in today's society. And there's some truth to that. You want to know why there's truth to that? Because hand grip directly correlates with testosterone levels, and saying that your grandfather could do that, odds are your grandfather did have higher testosterone levels than you because he was not exposed to the feminine ways of society, the feminine teachings. He was not exposed to the estrogenic shit. In today's society, he was actually working hard towards his goals. He didn't have the time to be staying indoors and just jerking himself off. He had to go out there and work, okay? So, yeah, I'm pretty sure like 99% of our ancestors they had stronger hand grips than us, and they had basically higher testosterone than us. Feminine women want masculine men. So if you want girls, bro, if you want a feminine woman, the polarity, the complementarity of that is a masculine man. So you have to be a masculine man. Okay, you have to be. Testosterone will help you do that. Testosterone is the biological precursor of your masculinity. Like I know masculinity is like a concept, but like testosterone is like the scientific objectiveness of that we can use to measure our masculinity. Like if you have low T, you probably have a low sense of masculinity. If you have high T, you have a higher sense of masculinity. I know that's kind of like oversimplifying it, but it just goes to show that you need to increase your testosterone. Okay, so that's important. So how to track? We already went over the blood test. We kind of don't want to be pushing towards the blood test, but you could do it. We're gonna track it in the two ways below: the dynamometer and the journal. So you guys don't know what a dynamometer is. It's what I was saying earlier. Measures your hand grip strength. Hand grip strength directly correlates with net androgen status, aka your test levels. Actually, it's not aka, but if your net androgen status is high, like net androgen status is basically everything that relates with testosterone, everything that happens, like the processes. So basically, it includes the cortisol levels, your DHT levels, your prolactin, your testosterone, and if your net androgen status is high, you have basically high testosterone. If your net androgen status is low, you have low testosterone. So grip strength directly correlates and tells us like if our net androgen status is good or not. Okay, so get a dynamometer. It is the best predictor of testosterone. It costs only like $30 on Amazon. The most is gonna cost like $30. Okay, so I bought mine. Mine comes in like a week or two, and yeah, so And this is much cheaper than a freaking blood test. Am I right? Like blood test is like $100 to $1,000, and you could use the hand grip strength whenever you want. So you could test it. You could test, like, if you don't believe that sleep doesn't hinder your testosterone, just test your hand grip strength when you have 9 hours of sleep, and test your hand grip strength when you have like 3 hours of sleep. You see the difference. You see the freaking difference. Okay, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you train hand grip strength every day for a year, every day for a summer. It doesn't matter if you do that. Okay, if you cut down on your sleep, your hand grip strength will decrease. Mark my words. Okay, like I don't have, like I want to show you, like I'll show you when I get my hand grip tester, the dynamometer. I will show you. We'll experiment with you, because I'll be doing this protocol with you. Okay, and yeah. So how to track: weak grip strength, low T; strong grip strength, high T. Okay, so I remember the last time I checked my grip strength on a dynamometer, it was about, okay, sorry, it was about 2 years ago, and that was when I was doing everything right. I was working out still, and I was talking to people, talking to girls, talking to, getting sunlight, working out, and all of that stuff. It was around 130 pounds, and then I had a friend do it with me, and he was not hitting the gym. He was overweight. He was odds are he was like, I'm not shitting on him, but he was not doing the good shit. He was doing everything wrong. His hand grip strength was 92 pounds. 92 pounds. Look at this. Look at this. Whose hand is that? That is a woman's hand. That is a woman's hand, and she's pulling 96.8 pounds. Are you kidding me? If you're pulling less than 100 pounds, you're a woman. You're a feminine woman. You're not strong. You're not. You have low testosterone. Okay, and it might hurt to say it, but yes, you do. You're not. You're doing some shit wrong. Okay, so our goal is to increase our grip strength by 10 pounds. If you're without training forms and shit, if you can increase it by like 10 pounds, you're doing something right. You're doing it correctly. And we want at least 10 pounds. More than that, for sure, that would be amazing. Like I'd aim, like if you're like 100, if you're pulling like 100, I'd aim for 120. Because if you're 120, okay, you're doing something right. You're doing better. Below 120, like shit, man, you gotta step up your game. You're you're pushing female. You're pushing you're borderline a female. You can't tell if you're a man or a woman. You're borderline a female. Okay, I'm gonna drink some water right now. Yeah, so train. You do not need to train your grip strength. Even if you do train your grip strength, it does not like increase your testosterone. So it's not. Oh, Elijah. So if I train my grip strength, does that mean my testosterone increase? No, not necessarily. Your grip strength won't even increase that much if we're being honest. Your grip strength will be more improved by improving your testosterone levels. Okay, so yeah. Second part to tracking is journaling, or keeping it in a notebook. So track your progress in a notebook. It doesn't need to be some fancy ass notebook. Just be the regular one you use for school, right? And we want to write down our objective progress, like our hand grip strength, our weights. We could write our numbers in the gym and stuff like that. And subjective progress. So what is our mood like? What are we thinking that day? And that one's very important, because your testosterone, like, it influences the way you think and stuff. So you want to be doing this daily. So for example, if you wrote on an objective progress that, like, yes, I have weak grip strength, and I was thinking the things I was thinking today is like, I don't believe in myself. I don't think I can do anything. I want to just stay inside and all of that shit. You probably have low T, and it's good to have that. Like, I know we don't want to write that shit down because it's kind of depressing. You don't want to write depressing thoughts down. Just keep it to yourself, okay? keep like you don't need to show your journal to everybody, but you want to know it for yourself because it's you're tracking something. You want to track your progress, so you can track that you were thinking like a low T person that day, and then at the end of this protocol, at the end of this 30 days, you can see how you were thinking that day and check your grip strength. Okay, so it's very good to track. The more you track, the better. Okay, so now that we know how to track, okay, now we're gonna focus on what to do. So what to do? 7 steps. Eat like a carnivore, sleep like a baby, burn like a vampire, train like a sprinter, compete like a gladiator, fight like a Rizzler, and focus like you're obsessed. And I know it's a lot of things, but it's very important. These will lay the foundation of a high testosterone person. Okay, or lay the foundation for you to become a high T person. So let's get it. Eat like a carnivore, and what does that mean? Basically, eating the carnivore diet. So that consists of red meat like this, ground beef, and eggs. Okay, red meat, eggs, butter, water, and salt. So this is the ingredients list that you should be eating. Nothing else. If it's not the ingredients above, please avoid. Like, oh, can I eat oysters? Like, it's not red meat, it's not eggs, it's not butter, it's not water, and it's not salt. Can I eat spinach? It's not. If it's not this, please avoid it. Okay. The main thing about this is we want to eliminate all other variables that could hinder your testosterone. Like, this will be the carnivore diet will be the basis of your future personalized diet. Okay. That means that you're gonna have red meat. You're gonna have to have red meat in your diet, and eggs, or So I can't believe some people are allergic to eggs. Can you believe that? But you're gonna have to have red meat in your diet if you are just going to live in general. Like vegans need to take like 5,000 supplements just because they don't eat red meat. Vegan's not a sustainable diet. But red meat is. You gotta have red meat. You have to have red meat. It has protein, which is the building blocks of life. It has fats, which is very good for your hormonal health. And it has cholesterol, or at least also eggs too. Cholesterol, which is the precursor to creating testosterone and your other hormones. Okay, so you need this. It's a carnivore, yes, as you can see, no carbs. Carbs is non-essential. Your protein can be broken down to create glucose. Your body can run on ketones. It's a non-essential nutrient, macronutrient. Okay, so avoid carbs. Eat the carnivore diet. Drink lots of water. Okay, if like you guys just saw me drinking water earlier because I recorded this video and it was the audio cut off midway, so I have to redo this whole thing. But anyway, drink lots of water because you're probably dehydrated. Okay, water, just like sleep, helps with every biological process in your body. So if you're not drinking enough water, probably like 2 of these. Mine's already empty. 2 of these a day. That's like 128 ounce. That's still probably too little, but drink a lot of water. Like if you drink too much water, the downside is that you just piss more. It's really there's no negative unless you're getting waterboarded. If you're getting waterboarded, okay, you gotta drown. But majority of the time, you're just gonna piss more if you drink too much water. So there's no downside of drinking too much water. So drink lots of water. Okay. Sleep like a baby is the second level. You want to schedule 9 hours in bed at the same time every single day. This is very important that you do that because like diet gives you the nutrients your body needs. Sleep gives you the nutrient that your body needs to create testosterone. Sleep gives you the time to create testosterone. Like your testosterone is created in your sleep. People that want to hop on TRT, that because they in order to get TRT, you have to have like low testosterone. Your doctor has to say like, oh shit, this guy's like hypogametic. I forgot what's the word for low T, but yeah, he has low levels of testosterone. We gotta give him TRT. What people do to cheat that is they legit sleep deprive themselves. What regular people do, because they're not actually hypogamic, they're just sleep deprived. They sleep deprive themselves, and that lowers the testosterone by a lot, enough for doctors to actually prescribe TRT. That's how important sleep is. Okay, so you could have a nighttime routine, but it's not required. Um, the the main thing is scheduling that 9 hours of sleep. A nighttime routine would be recommended, so you can sleep faster and have a higher quality sleep. But for now, like foundation wise, sleep at the same time every single day, Monday through Sunday. Monday through Sunday. So an example would be to get to bed by 9 p.m. and not get to bed with the phone in your hand. Get to bed as in get up. You're inside the bed and you're gonna try to sleep. And to wake up at 6 a.m. It's okay if you wake up earlier, if you wake up naturally earlier. Okay, that's okay, because that's just your body saying, okay, we gotta get up. I got enough sleep. That type of stuff. Okay, so schedule 9 hours in bed and follow it. Follow that schedule. Number 3, burn like a vampire. This means to get at least 15 minutes of sunlight every day. This is important because vitamin D3 increases your testosterone. Okay, so vitamin D3 is one of the very good hormone for your overall health. Okay, so you need vitamin D3. What At least 15 minutes? That's just because a majority of people gonna need more, especially if you're my skin color. Like if you're darker skinned, you're gonna need more sunlight, because you have like melanin. You have more melanin, which makes you more resistant to the UV rays of the sun. Like personally, I don't even get sunburned anymore. I could be in the sun for like 2 hours straight and I don't get sunburned. But other people do get sunburned. So there's just a little resistance to the sun. So if you're darker, you're gonna need at least like 30 minutes or even more. If you're like dark, you can probably need like an hour. There's downsides to not getting sunburn, okay? But if you're very pale, if you're very white, light complected, you probably don't need that long. But it's very important that you do. Okay, do not put on sunscreen. Sunscreen is just gonna negate all the positive effects of the sun, and it's also like estrogenic stuff in sunscreen. So you don't want sunscreen. So if you're not burning like this, it's okay. But if you're burning like this, probably go in the shade when you start burning like this. Okay, so vitamin D3 deficiency is not good. So get your vitamin D3 and you should be fine. Train like a sprinter. You want to exercise at least 3 times a week for a maximum of 1 hour every single day. And this is important, okay? I know like 1 hour maximum, that's crazy, Elijah, because I like going to gym for like 2 hours or more, The problem with that is that it keeps your keeps your cortisol levels elevated, okay? And that's bad for testosterone. Elevated levels of cortisol, that equals chronic stress, and chronic stress equals bad for testosterone. I saw like Jeff Nippard's video. If you saw Jeff Nippard, his testosterone levels was 400 something nanograms per deciliter of testosterone, and he's jacked. And so you guys need to realize that having big muscles does not make you have higher levels of testosterone. Okay, testosterone is made for reproduction, not survival. It's not made for muscle. Testosterone is not created to build big muscles. So if you want high levels of testosterone, keep your workouts shorter. Okay. Any workout split is fine as long as you are doing some kind of resistance training. So, it can be like push-pull legs. It doesn't matter. I recommend like high intensity training. Sprinting is a good one. Sprinting has been seen to show increases in testosterone. but as long as it's high intensity, and especially you have 1 hour to freaking work out. So what are you gonna do? Steady state cardio for like 1 hour? You're not gonna make any gains. So in that 1 hour, you're gonna have to push hard in that hour, okay, to make any gains. So yeah, keep your workout short and recover well. Compete like a gladiator is number 5. You want to do a sport or some other competitive activity at least once per week. You guys got to realize that competition is one of the greatest testosterone boosters ever. Like it is the greatest. Like at least once, bro. You want to be competing a little bit more than once a week. Actually, you want to be if you're in the competitive state, but majority of the time, you're gonna get an increase in testosterone, and it's long term. Like it's just the nature of humans. Like masculine men are fighters. High testosterone people were supposed to be competing with each other, because at the biological level, the one at the top, the one who wins, the one at the top of the food chain has access to the resources. He has access to the woman. Testosterone is made for reproduction. So if competing with others and being at the top will help us have more access to women, have more resources, have more opportunities, then your testosterone will be produced to help us achieve that goal. Okay, so you gotta be in this competitive mindset. So if you're thinking like a low testosterone person, odds are, if you're thinking like, oh yeah, I'm okay with being at the bottom. I'm okay being submissive. I'm okay, where I'm at today. Like I don't care about these other people. Like I don't care about others. You probably have low testosterone, bruv. You probably have low testosterone, because we're meant to, like, you do care about others if you want to increase your testosterone. Like you care if you're at the bottom of the food chain. You don't want to be at the bottom of the food chain if you want to increase your testosterone. You have to be striving to be the best. You have to be striving to be better than you were yesterday. You have to be. Like masculine men are fighters. Like that's why you can like visualize your grandfather, your ancestors. You can visualize that they were masculine men, because while they went to war, they were fighting against polar bears. I don't know if they were fighting against polar bears. You know what I mean? They were, in order for them to do that, they have to have high testosterone. Okay? So, yeah. Besides the anecdotal evidence, there's also the, scientists have, did studies where they did, competition, and 700% increase in testosterone for the winner. And it's also for both parties. Okay? So, you gotta be in a competitive mindset. And I know mindset is, it's not a tangible thing. It's a mental thing. But again, testosterone influences your mental, what's that called? Your mental state. So there's legit two ways. Like I like to think about everything mental has two aspects to it. Two aspects in the feedback loop. It's the way you think and the way you can either think like a high testosterone person, and then you do things like a high testosterone person. Okay, so you think like on the opposite end, think like a low T person, and you do things like a low T person. And if you keep doing that, you keep thinking like that, you keep doing like that, and then it goes down and down and down. So in order to break that cycle, you have to change one of those two variables: how you think or what you do. And you could change how you think by just commanding yourself to think a certain way. Right? Like I think I think I'm a high testosterone person. Like legit, that's kind of cringe, but it will make progress. It'll help you out much more, like thinking positively than not than thinking like you're a depressed motherfucker. Ooh, don't cuss on camera, right? And or do. I like the doing aspect better, because if it's too hard to change the way you think, you could still do things while you think like a depressed person. If you're still thinking like, oh, I'm so depressed, you can still hit the gym, right? If you're still thinking like, oh, I don't wanna get up or any of that, you could still get up and all of that. If you're thinking, man, I really want to eat that cake, you can still not eat the cake. Okay? So you can legit do things despite what your brain is telling you, despite what your thoughts are saying. So you have to break this negative feedback loop, and the only way to break it is either to change the way you think or the things that you do. I recommend to change the things that you do if you're really thinking like a depressed motherfudger. So just go out there. So like, if you don't want to compete, do it anyway. Go get some of your friends. Go try hitting a PR at the gym, or play some basketball and try to actually win, instead of just like sitting on the sidelines like, hey, yeah, let's just play basketball for fun. Let's just keep Nah, bro, go compete. Go compete. Let's go 1v1. 1v1 right now. Okay? So yeah, you must be competing. Don't be like a socially autistic and not talk to any of the boys, okay? Number 6, flirt like a grizzly. So not talk to any boys. Don't even not talk, or no, actually, talk to the girls, bro. Talk to girls. Flirt like a Rizzler. Talk to a woman at least once per week, okay? If you can do it more, that's even better. You know why? Because testosterone is created for reproduction. So give your body reason to create testosterone, boys. Like, just go talk to some girls, bro. Like, again, bro. Like, your mental aspect will be influenced. Like, you will give your body your personal hype man. He'll make your testosterone is your personal hype man. He will give you more testosterone just so you can, it'll give you a higher chance of bagging the girl. Okay, so don't be a social autist. And again, it's the same thing with that negative feedback loop, though. If you're thinking like you can't do well with girls, you're probably gonna act in a way that you don't do well with girls. So just think better, do better. What would a high testosterone person do? Would you approach that girl right now? Yes, you would. Okay, so do that. There was a question I was thinking about. It was like, does talking to a very unattractive girl, does talking to freaking ugly ass hoes, does that increase testosterone? I have no idea. I don't think so. I have no idea. Okay, so but try to talk to attractive girls. Okay, because that's for sure. Like, damn, if it gets your dick hard, then it's probably increasing your testosterone. You know what I mean? You're getting morning wood and shit like that. And yeah, so flirt with girls, and you'll be fine. You'll be more than fine. Okay, work like you're obsessed. That's the number 7, the last one. You want to spend at least 1 hour every single day pursuing a big goal. Okay? Because masculine men are ambitious men, or high testosterone men are ambitious men. You want to be progressing towards a big goal. That's like purpose. Have a goal to achieve. You know, if you're not pursuing a goal, you're not progressing forward. It's kind of like I know the spiritual woo woo shit, like purpose and stuff, but you guys got to realize that ambitious men are the ones that shape society. They're the ones that move society forward. And like, when somebody is striving for the top, when you're striving to be better, when you're striving to be more successful, your body will complement it. It will complement your goals. Your body will, okay, he's trying to get the top. Your body will be saying, how do I help him get there? And one of the ways your body will help you get to your goals is increasing your testosterone levels. So you have to give your body, having a big goal is another reason for your body to create testosterone. Okay, you guys got to realize 1% every day is 37 times better in 1 year. Okay, that's just 1%. Very little progress every day is 37 times better than you are today or in 1 year. So imagine that. And if we work like we're obsessed, if we work like we're like Kobe Bryant, like he goes to 3 practices a day, like we're making more than 1% progress a day. We're making like 10% progress a day. 10%. Well, I don't know, 10% every day. But you know what I mean? We're making shit ton of progress every single day. And if we do that, we'll be like 1,000 times better by next year. 1,000 times better. You'll increase your testosterone by like 500 nanograms per deciliter. So if you had 200, you'd be probably 700. You know what I mean? So you want to be working like you're obsessed. Have a goal and stick it up on your wall. Look at it and say, I'm going to hit that shit and I'm going to work towards achieving it right this day. So spend at least 1 hour trying to do it, trying to hit that goal. Whether that be your fitness, whether that be making more money, whether that be banging some bitches, okay? Find a way to hit a big goal. In summary, you want to get a dynamometer. That's number 1, okay? Dynamometer is the hand grip strength tester. Hand grip strength directly correlates with how much testosterone you have. You want to have a journal to write down all your progress, whether it be the objective numbers, like the hand grip, the level of your hand grip strength, your weights, your strength in the gym, but also how you're feeling that day. The subjective stuff like your mood and your thoughts and what you're feeling and all of that. Eat red meat and eggs, okay? Basically be on the carnivore diet. That'll be your foundation for your future diets, okay? So eat the red meat, eat the eggs, and drink lots of water. Sleep for 8 hours every day. Sleep at the same time every day. Try to be in bed at the same time every single day. It's okay if you wake up earlier than your scheduled time. At least 15 minutes of sunlight a day. If you're darker skinned like me, you're gonna need more. 1 hour max in gym, at least 3 times a week, because spending longer in the gym will have elevated levels of cortisol. Okay. Competitive activity at least once a week. One of the greatest boosters of testosterone, because competing for status puts you at the top of the food chain. Biologically, the top dog gets the most resources, gets to pass on his genes. Talk to a woman gives you a reason to pass on your genes. Have at least 1 hour of deep work a day. Gives you a reason to increase the testosterone, because big goals, ambitious men is what men are supposed to be. Achieving goals, shaping society, doing things that we find purposeful. Okay, so spend 1 hour striving towards your goals, and your body will help you achieve them. Okay, so this lays the foundation for your testosterone journey. If you want to follow this, you will get above 500 nanograms per deciliter of testosterone. Like if you follow it to the T, you will get it. There's no doubt in my mind. Like these are the things. These are the foundations. These are like the basics. It's the basics. The basics will. People neglect the basics. I know that, like what you just saw was pretty normal, wasn't it? It was pretty like not amazingly crazy stuff. It's really the basics. The basics will get you far. Okay, like I didn't talk about estrogenics and seed oils and stuff. Like those things are important, but just focusing on these things that I've labeled in here, these will get you feeling like a top G. These will make you stop feeling asexual. It'll make you stop feeling like a loser. It'll make you, less anxious, more competitive, more stronger in the gym. Your higher libido, you have morning wood. Your dick will start working. You know what I mean? You will be less gynecomastic, meaning no man boobies. Like your life will be so much better when you increase your testosterone, and I truly believe that. Like, my life improved a lot more. Okay, so if you follow this to the T, you won't even need my one-to-one coaching package. But if you still want it, link is in the description to become a high T warrior. Well, I help you out, and I help you out personally. We'll hop on calls and all of that stuff. And yeah, it's at the cheapest price right now. So if you want to buy it, if you want to work with me, let me know in the link in the description. So I'll see you guys later, and deuces.